So we can keep this hand because we have the attune, so that at least finds us one land. The problem is we need to draw more land. This can pump itself, though, which is good. I think we're going to keep this hand. It's tough for me to mull this hand because... And I am going to be finding red mana, which makes the Rajmi worse, too. Yeah, that's tough. But the thing is, like, if I draw a land... I don't actually know now. See, if I find a mountain, and then I draw a land, I can play Rishkar, I can double pump. I guess we go for that. It's just, it's going to make it so Rajmi is borderline, not impossible, but much more difficult to cast. But the pro of doing this is that I can ramp with Rishkar and my Intruder. So it's just going to give me access to a lot of mana on turn 4, potentially. Okay, the Goggles. There's a Druid of the Cowl, so now we'll do that instead. That way we don't even have to draw the land for Rishkar, which is nice. Okay, so now we can play the Pima Aether Seer too. It makes better use of mana. And then I can pump it with Rishkar, so I guess I'm okay with that, actually. So we just get 3, which is fine. It's 3/3, okay. So we'll play the... So we can make the frontline Rebel block and just trade my Aether Seer for it. A good reason to do that is so my opponent can't equip it with the Goggles and make it a 4 or 5. Yeah. Okay, I guess we'll do that. And then Rishkar can pump itself in the Druid. Okay, that's fair. So let's make it so this has to block. We'll make the trade. We'll play the Rishkar. Although I guess we can go Intruder plus Rishkar, can't we? Yeah, that might just be better. Intruder, Rishkar, and we can pump... Actually, yeah, we can pump Rishkar plus the Intruder. And this is nice because then we'll have just a lot of ramp. No play. Interesting. So I guess we can attack with Intruder plus Rishkar. Makes us pretty susceptible to a combat trick, but we're going to have to get through those anyway, so... That way we can, especially if our opponent blocks the Rishkar, we can finish the puzzle knot off. Okay, so that didn't work out quite the way I wanted it to, but knew we were going to have to get through some, so that's okay. All right, so now I think we just kind of hold the puzzle knot, play land, and pass. Another frontline rebel, okay. So, I see. This is still fine, I think. Yeah. Alright, so we play the puzzle knot. And we unfortunately just deal 1 to our opponent. So now we have to double block the rebel, sack the puzzle knot, and hope that our opponent doesn't have anything. So before blocks, we're going to sack the puzzle knot in case our opponent's got another impeccable timing. Although if they have impeccable timing, they're still going to be able to sort of get us here. So we do get 2 for 1, but just not much to be done there, unfortunately. Okay. Okay. So just hanging out. So we've got Prophetic Prism, Wild Wanderer, and an island. So we have 3 more ways to get what we need here. But we're in pretty serious trouble now with the Renegade Freighter out there. Okay, land unfortunately does not do anything. So, not going to be able to take many hits from Freighter, as Freighter is wont to do. I think we'll just 2 for 1 ourselves now, because I'm just not going to be able to do much of anything later, so just multiple 2 for 1 into 2 for 1, really losing a lot of value here, unfortunately, but that is the way the cookie crumbles. Okay, it's a big dude that I also cannot deal with. Okay, the Walker. This way we can at least trade with the sailback, which is nice. Okay. That's interesting. So we'll play the Gear Smasher and pass. Well, no plays are good. Okay, Prism is exactly what we were looking for. So we have to play that so we can play the Rajmi. Play the Rajmi. And I guess we can sandbag a land. Okay. Okay, Revolution's good. I guess just to get the card off Rajmi, we are going to cast it, so we'll kill the Fireweaver. Let's make sure we tap their land this time. Okay, so let's get our free card off Rajmi. Another Revolution, alright. So I can attack with the Gear Smasher and basically trade a Revolution. I think we wait, because I want to draw as many cards out of Rajmi as I can. So it actually makes more sense to wait. I could attack with the Gear Smasher, but I'd have to play the Revolution. I wouldn't draw a card, so I'm just going to be a little more patient with it. Hijack. So let's just activate the charger here. Okay, so I think we're going to take 6 from the Crusher. I could chump it. It's not a terrible idea. I don't really need to... Alright, we're going to prevent some damage to ourselves here. Just in case they have the +4/+0 and whatever. I'm not going to sack any artifacts, so that's fine. Okay, that's actually just fine. So our opponent doesn't have anything to activate the Crusher with yet, I should say. Dockhand's actually great draw. So let's do the Dockhand. Get our extra stuff. Shock, sure. So, do we need to leave back a creature in case? I don't think we do. I think we're just going to attack for 5. Our opponent might be able to just get in for enough damage with the Crusher, but kind of a nice thing that I can do is either chump with the Dockhand or just kill a creature. Well, I'm not going to be able to shock that, unfortunately. Might actually make sense to shock my opponent. Because I might be able to get a chump blocker. Could actually get my Death Touch guy. That would be ideal. How slick would that be? So we do this, so Rajmi triggers. Maybe get our Death Touch, dude. No? Okay. So we take 7, but our opponent's out of cards in hand, which is nice. Oh, that's right. We can't Revolution now. And, yeah, that's unfortunate. Okay. Quite a bit of unfortunate circumstances there, unfortunately. But that's okay. So I guess if I'd kept the shock, I could have gone Revolution Shock on the Rebel, which would have been better. Oh, that's disappointing. So, had a decent opportunity, I think, to crawl back into this game, but everything sort of just fell apart, unfortunately. So, all right, that is that. So, we lose. Do I want to change anything? I'm not sure about that. Freighter and Crusher maybe make me want to do things differently, perhaps. I'm not sure, actually. It's tough to say. I don't know the answer. Like, do I want to bring out Obsolescence? Maybe. Those are both pretty awesome artifacts. I could see that, actually. So maybe we bring in the Obsolescence and we... Oh yeah, I wanted to get rid of the Onslaught and we wanted the Precise Strike, but maybe we just ditch this Precise Strike for the Obsolescence. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Or do we want to ditch the Puzzle Knot? Well, I kind of want all the artifacts I can get for our artifact cards. So let's just keep the rest the same and try this. So we'll play first. Yeah, this hand's acceptable. So I guess we can attune for an island and then play Rishkar next turn. Okay. So I can actually play both of my cards off the Rishkar, so I can just attack with the Renegade. Yeah, we'll do that, and then we'll play our two remaining spells. Okay. So we can scry during our upkeep if we need to. Okay. So opponent has some just amazingly good cards here in terms of vehicles and stuff like that, because that one's kind of like this set's Renegade Freighter. So I can scry or I can deal one to my opponent. I almost feel like scry is still better. It probably is. Even when you're dealing damage to your opponent. Okay. Can't be blocked by artifact creatures. And a freighter. Okay. So our opponent's got basically just a 4/4, but that's good enough to stop us for now. So let's start scrying. All right, so we'll bottom the land. Untap. Do we want to scry upkeep? I don't think so. We'll just draw. Okay, Blossoming Defense, not bad. So I can attack with Rishkar, trade a Blossoming Defense. For a Renegade Freighter? Yeah, I guess that's okay. If I attack with everything, what happens? I don't really want a 2-for-1 myself so much. So I think I'm just going to attack with Rishkar and offer the trade. I'm also willing, I guess, to trade a defense for a Audacious Infiltrator if I have to. But yeah, if I attack with everything, I think my opponent could activate the Untethered Express and block, or the Freighter, and block one of these. And like I said, I don't really want a 2-for-1 myself. It just doesn't seem completely necessary. I'm a bit curious why my opponent would prefer to lose the Untethered Express over the Freighter, especially given that the Express is better. Oh, it's because, yeah, no, it makes sense. What they did makes sense. So we kill it, get it off the board. We can scry it into my opponent's turn. And like I said, I still think scrying is better than 1 damage. I'd rather just find some spells. Okay, so we'll scry. We're going to bottom the Intruder. I just don't need it. We're looking for more powerful things like Rajmi or the Dock Worker or whatever. Okay. I think my opponent's got to have a good follow-up play or else this attack's a bit greedy. Okay, they do in fact have the follow-up play, and quite a good one at that. So we're in a bit of trouble now. Land draws puts us in quite a bit of trouble. So we're in quite a bit of trouble. Can't win the race. I can't really stay back. I don't have a good double block. I don't have a good single block. I don't have a good attack. I don't have a good block. So what do I do? I don't know. I think we just hang out. Okay. See what my opponent attacks with. So they attack with everything. I can Welder Automaton, make my opponent lose 2 life. I'm going to be 1 short of lethal, aren't I? Yeah. I probably still just take 11 here. We're so dead next turn. But it does give us some outs. Like, then at least we have... Well, do we actually have an out? I guess we... Yeah, we'd have Invigorated Rampage, Shock. It gives us some outs. I'm just going to take 11 here. This is also assuming my opponent doesn't have a follow-up play or a removal spell. Okay, Aether Seer. So my opponent is going to least... Let's presume they swing with everything next turn. So I have to stop basically everything, don't I? Yeah. Alright, so let's play the Aether Seer. I'm 1 short of lethal, which is sad. Well, I guess it's actually... No, I am 1 short of lethal because I have the Forest too. So technically I do have 8 mana to double use this and deal 5 to my opponent, which is 7 damage. 1 short. Okay. Let's play the Aether Seer. And pass. And I think we're possibly still dead. I'm not sure. We'll find out. Okay, it looks like we're dead. So, very, very bad beginning for your old pal Alex, but it happens. Let's see, I have to double block this, I have to block this, I take trample, I die. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. We'll see you in round 3.